a notepad next to you, a paper and pen, or your iPad, your phones, so that you can really take notes, because what Bernard is going to share with you all is not just about the numbers. Okay, guys, numbers is important, but it's not just about the numbers. It's how these numbers can change your direction in your business and your life. Okay, so that's very, very important. All right. So once again, I'm very blessed. I'm very grateful to have none other than my good friend Bernard to be doing this show with all of us. And let's rock and roll, Bernard. Okay, so over to you, Bernard Chan.
Thank you for the warm welcome, and thank you for you people for being on time and present and all that. This is a very difficult session too, because when he's talking about numbers, when he's talking about numbers, technical aspect of numbers, not the marketing aspect of numbers, it can be very dry. So, ladies and gentlemen, if it's too dry for you, what should you be doing? Drink Kangen water. Yeah. So, now, I just want to when it comes to the technical aspect, it can be a bit dry. Okay, so please bear with it, but try to catch the heartbeat of the what I'm about to share. Okay, once again, I like to request for a couple of things. Number one, if you can, if you are dressed up, if you are dressed up, please turn on the video. Okay, please turn on the video, your video, if you can. Number two, if you can rename, because to get as much out of me, it is human nature that if there's interaction, of course, it helps, right? Now, where was it? And okay, so let's start. Now, who's excited today? Who wants to earn money? Okay. Now, I want to guarantee you one thing. The comp plan, it took me and Gary and so on many times to understand. So what I'm about to share, some of it I'll skim through, some of it will bypass you guys. But catch the essence, and like all of us, got to listen more than once. Okay, so once again, welcome. Now, I'd like to dive into the very slogan of Enagic first of all. Anyone want to venture to tell me on the chat what is the slogan of Enagic? True health to the world. So what is true health? Anyone? No one. No one? I'm waiting. Okay, change your water, change your life. And true health to the world. What is true health to the world? Okay, and Enagic's vision is true health to the world, which is body health, financial health, and peace of mind or spiritual health. Now, a lot of people are doing the Enagic business thinking that the vision is true health to the world, body health, and body health. Is that true? Many of us are trying to sell the machines. I've always told Gary, there are only two products in Enagic. Mason, you know what are the two products I tell Gary? You want to know? If thumbs up if you want to know. Okay. The fiscal machine and the compensation plan. That's all. Everything else is just frills. Okay, so remember, it's not body health, and body health. It is true health to the world. So today, if it's anything, I'd like you all to catch the essence. Now, pulling back further. Now, the owner of the company, Mr. Oshiro, didn't invent the compensation, didn't invent Kangen machines. He bought the company, as many of you know, from Sony. However, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Every single aspect of the compensation plan came from him. Every single aspect of the compensation plan came from a heartbeat of compassion. Okay, so let's study the compensation plan through the eyes of Mr. Oshiro and through the heart of Mr. Oshiro, possibly when he was designing it. Okay, so let's go. Now, I am going to talk about it in Singapore dollars. So for those of you who are from different countries, generally you may want to go to XE converter and take Singapore dollar and convert to your currency, and that is the general thing that you will be seeing. Okay, so it's up to you. And then after a certain point, the compensation plan is paid only in US dollars. That will be for people, the top 300 people in the world. Okay, out of 1.3 million. Okay, Gary and myself, I think are the only two here are of the top 300. Yeah. Now, so let's talk about, although the title is 6A2 and above, I like to talk about the essence of the comp plan. But before then, the flagship product of Enagic is called K8. When K8 was launched about 4 years ago, I can't remember exactly when, I only told people, up to you, it's $1,000+ more. Example, I role play with say Jeffrey, it's $1,000+ more, each got one more plate. It's up to you which one you want to buy. But then I'm hearing so many testimonials that the K8, although one plate more, is so much better. So I started digging around. I found a scientist went to do a test on how much molecular hydrogen K8 has. Now, this is not a claim by Enagic. It is done by a scientist, third party. He found out that K8 has double the amount of molecular hydrogen as compared to SD501. Now, SD501 in Singapore is 5,003, very about there. And the K8 is 6,007. With $1,400 more, it has almost double the amount of molecular hydrogen. From then on, I educated the Singapore distributors. That is the first machine we should sell. We should tell people that. Second reason why K8. Second reason. Have you all noticed when a person buys a SD501, he will almost never be able to sell a K8. He cannot, with conviction, sell a K8. So for every sale he does, he's been underpaying himself because the commission is less. So two reasons why I say must move with K8 first. Number one, the customer gets the better value. Number two, when we come in on K8, we have a greater chance of success. Okay, so now I'm going to base everything on K8. Singapore, I think 70% of sales is K8 because of that education. So now I'm going to go on to some slides. Are you all getting the screen share? Gary, good, huh? Okay, I'm just going to play from this. Now, listen, build your dreams before others hire you to build their dreams. So would you want to be hired or would you want to hire? I leave the answer to you, okay? Now, this is a slide where I usually use in fiscal meeting. So I like to say this usually, but it's not relevant, okay? I always like to hint to people to remember to turn on their handphone after the session, implying turn off during the session, okay? Now, I will run through certain aspects of the 8-point commission system. I'm not going to talk about the education allowance bonus. I will go through the 8-point commission system, specific from a standpoint of the heartbeat of the owner, not the technical aspect. Okay, so without going further, let's unshare to go to my iPad. Can you see my iPad? Again, Gary, can you thumbs up? Okay, very good. Thanks, Gary and Jeffrey. Yeah. Now, in Singapore, 1 point is 430 Singapore dollars. That's 1 point. Okay, by the way, it is about 6.8% of the price of the machine. In Singapore, before taxes, is this amount. Okay, now Jeffrey Leong, let's say Jeffrey Leong is here. He signs up one person. That one person we know is a 1A. Okay, so let's call this fellow Albert. But listen, Jeffrey will earn 430. 430. Now, when Albert recruits, okay, look at the heartbeat of Mr. Oshiro. When Albert recruits 3, how much does Jeffrey earn? Jeffrey earns the same per machine for indirect sale. For indirect sale, here and here direct sale is the same amount. The guy that designed this compensation plan, when indirect sale is the same amount, what do you think he is trying to tell you and me? Look for sellers. Don't look for customers only. Can you see that? These are the same commission each as a direct sale. Hint number 1. Okay, and then we know when he goes to second sale is a 430. It's a 1A line. And the third sale 2A. The third sale is double. It is accumulative. Okay, there is no time frame to hit 2A. And therefore, it is double. We know it is 860. But again, I want to stress, if C were to sell, what does Jeffrey Leong earn? He earns 860 times 3, which is $2,580. Now, again, each of the indirect sale is the same as a direct sale. What is the owner trying to tell you and me? Look for sellers. I'd rather you be reading books on how to do the business than how to be a scientist in molecular hydrogen. Listen, don't be a scientist in molecular hydrogen. You may get a lot of direct sales, but you'll still earn less than me if you are a scientist. Look for sellers. Read books on how to look for people who want to build the career in Enegic. Okay. Now, third. And of course, we know after a certain number of sales, 10 group sales and above, it is D, 3A, and which is 1290. And then if he sells 1, it is 1290. So ultimately, look for sellers. Okay, very important. Now, listen to this. What happens after 20 group sales and above? It is 4A, 1720, 50 group sales and above, 5A, 100 group sales and above, 6A. Now look at what the design of this is. From 3A to 4A is 10 extra group sales. You get 1 extra point, from 3 points to 4 points. But to get from 4 points to 1 more point only, 5A, it is 50 group sales. Wow, how come the owner is making it more and more difficult? From 10 group sales, jump to 20 to 50, then to 100, just because of 1 point more only. It is not meant to be more and more difficult. If you have been looking for sellers, looking for builders, it is important. So at every stage, you are supposed to have 1 more step up only, from 10 to 20 to 50 to 100 is literally the next step. Now, if you have been selling machines, to go from 4A to 5A is very difficult because you need 30 sales. You need 30 sales. Even more difficult is to go from here to here. Wow, another 50 sales to get to one more point, only one more point. Unless this 50 is made up of indirect sales. Indirect sales. So the owner is giving the second hint. Look for builders. You hone your skill to look for builders. You only need 2 builders in 2 separate lines, and you will be leading towards financial retirement. Would you rather be busy selling 100 machines or find 2 builders? Okay, if there is time, I'm going to talk about the secrets, some of the secrets to find builders. Okay, if there's time. Okay, Jeffrey, if you feel after 1 hour, maybe take a Kangen break or whatever, because this session will be heavy. Okay, at this time, I'd like to ask any questions, any comments even, you know, based on what I just said. Did you all receive something new? Jeffrey, you want to facilitate or nothing or whatever, you know?
Is there any question on the floor that you guys want to ask, or any good nuggets that you have learned? Just type it on the chat box. And I personally, Bernard, I love the way you present the compensation plan, the way you deliver Mr. Oshiro Heartbeat, simply amazing.
Thank you. Okay, so what is the biggest temptation? What is the biggest fault? What is the biggest mistake distributors make? They are more interested to make money in Kangen. Listen, guys, I am not interested at all to make money in Kangen. I am only interested to create wealth in Kangen. Ask you, a 6A sale is $2,580 in Singapore dollars, okay? Would you rather earn 2,580, 3 sales, maybe 7,500 Singapore dollars? Or would you rather create wealth where you get paid $400 every month and it keeps coming even when you don't work? Of course it's 400. Why? Because after the 400, you can build another lot of 400, it becomes 800. Then you build another lot of 400, it becomes 1,002. Get what I'm saying? So don't compromise the long term. Okay, if you go and plant mung beans, within 2 days, you see something shooting up. Within 7 days, you can harvest and you can have bean sprout to eat. 7 days, you're eating. But every time you have to plant again and plant again and plant again and plant again. Fast, but you keep having to plant. Imagine on the side, you go and plant an apple seed and you take care of the apple tree that comes out. No fruits for a while. But when the first apple starts popping up, for the next 50, 80, 100 years, you will have many apples. Which one is better? Okay, so today, the complaint is to bring you peace of mind, not to work and work and work and work. Okay, today's session. So I hope even within the 8 point, oh, another point about the 8 point. Would you say that 3A is quite junior rank? With all due respect to those who are 3A here, 3A junior rank, the owner already designed, it involves group sales. Hint number 3. The owner is telling you, even at the infancy of the complaint, group sales. I don't need to elaborate. I think it's very obvious, right? So hone your skill. I would rather you do less direct sales if you are able to bring in more builders. Of course, I want both, okay? So now I will move on to the next part. Okay. So number one, I've covered the 3 hints in the 8 point. Number two, the other way around in terms of order, I shared with you why I moved K8 as the first machine, the main machine. It is so much more molecular hydrogen than the SD501. A scientist did it and he says it's double. And how much more? I think Philippines is 246,400 compared to 210,000, something like that. I don't know. I forgot the price. Just a bit more. So with the same effort, but with different knowledge, we earn more commission and they get the best machine. Okay, so very important. Okay, next, I want to talk about once a person becomes 6A, what extra bonus, immediate bonus potentially can be unlocked? Anyone want to mention? What extra one-time bonus do we potentially get? Okay, title bonus, very good. What else? Thank you for the contribution. What else? Step up bonus, thank you. 6A group bonus, fantastic. Okay, why did the owner come out with these bonuses? Have you ever wondered why? Okay, let's go through one by one. Okay, one by one. I'll go through the numbers first. But more important, why? Why? Okay, so let's go on. Yeah. Again, can see screen share. Now, it's stated already in the plan. The new 6A group unit bonus, the aim is to motivate a new 6A to work harder. Okay, what is a 6A group unit bonus? It's based on how many total group sales a 6A sells in the next 6 months every month against a direct sales. In other words, when a person hits 6A, the owner has designed it such that we will work even harder. Okay, let me explain. Okay, this is a chart. Okay, let's say if a person hit 6A and let's say Ray Tokmo, he hit 6A in what month is this now? June. Okay, Ray, you hit 6A in June. And you are entitled for this bonus for the next 6 months. July, August, September, October, November, December. Now, sometimes people hit 6A, they become lazy. Okay, so the owner designed this only for the next 6 months. You don't make use of this money, this potential money is gone. So Ray Tokmo, let's say he does in July, his group does 6 sales, 4 within 8 points, so he will be earning maybe $1,000+ Singapore dollars here. Maybe he will earn $7,000 here, which is quite decent, plus 2 outside of the 8 point. So the total is 6. Can you see my cursor that I'm circling? Can you see the cursor?
Yes, Bernard, we can see your cursor.
Okay, very good. Okay, so Ray will earn for the month of July $325 extra, apart from the 8 point here, maybe $7,000+. Okay. Now, the potential in July is for Ray to earn 5,000 too. But he earns 320. Then in August, his group does 15 sales outside of the 8 point. 15 sales outside of the 8 point. He doesn't earn any within the 8 point, but here, hold on. Oh no, 15 sales within the 8 point. 15 sales within the 8 point. And outside of 8 point, 0. Okay. Jeffrey, can you help me calculate? On average, let's say each of these is 1,500 Sing. 1,500 Sing multiplied by 15 units. I think it's $22,500, is it?
Wait up, Bernard, I'm calculating for you. 15 multiply
15 multiplied by an average of 1,500 Singapore dollars.
1,500 Singapore dollars. Yes, 23,250.
Guys, here 23,000. Why? What happened here? Look, when Ray saw that he only earned 320 when he could have earned here, he started working very hard. Okay, and he realized this is only for the next 5 months after this. And the next month he earns what, 23,000. 23,000 Sing is maybe about 18,000 US. And then of these, 2 are direct sales. 3 are direct sales because he's working hard now. So listen to this. Because he did 15 to 19 plus 3 direct sales, he earns an extra $3,250. What is the aim of group sales? Now, listen, if you are doing direct sale only, you'll be 3. You're only 3. But Mr. Oshiro is rewarding people whose teams moving, rewarding people who have builders in their team. Very important. Okay, let's move on next. This is the chart. Okay, now so this is 55,200. Gary, you want to make a guess? I was in such momentum, Gary. You want to make a guess? After I went 6A, how much I earned here? Make a guess.
Maximum 5,002.
Every single month I was earning 5,002.
Amazing.
But what's more important, every month I was doing 30 plus units in my team. Here I was getting 40, 50,000 a month. Plus extra $5,200 every month. So can you imagine, here I was getting 40, 50, 60,000, and here suddenly I'm getting another extra 5,000. Why was I able to do this? Because I had builders in my team. As some of you guys know, I have a downline called Sam Sia. Some of you know Sam was already very rich before Kangen. So guess what most people will do when they approach someone like Sam? Sell machines. Maybe he's so rich he doesn't want to do the business. You guys go and ask Sam Sia next time. What did I approach him with? Business. I'm not looking to sell another machine. One more machine, one time only. I asked him about the business. And then this is the result. Okay. So group unit bonus after you go 6A. Ray Tokmo go 6A in June 2021, July, August, September, October. Can you imagine those people whose team are not moving? They are only selling 3 units a month, 5 units a month. They will be earning this extra 650. Okay. Compared to someone like myself, when I went 6A, I was earning like 30 and 50, 60, 70,000, whatever. Okay, next. Step up bonus. So I already mentioned in the 8 point, the owner is already hinting to us 3 hints. Look for builders. Be proficient how to have builders in your team. Okay. The 4th hint is group unit bonus. Who can sell direct sale and have 30 direct sale? Impossible. Why do you think he came out with this chart? So that's the 4th hint. Number 5 hint, step up bonus. What is step up bonus? Okay, it's when one of your downlines, your downlines become a 6A, and you get rewarded for bringing a downline up to 6A. Your first 6A line, you get paid 6 consecutive months. So let me elaborate what I mean. So let's say in the area where Ray Tokmo goes 6A, and the upline is Gary Gunn. And if Ray were to go 6A in his group, the month he goes 6A is 10 units. 6 units. 6 units, okay? What Gary will be earning because he helped the company raise up a new 6A will be $416 every month for the next 6 months. However, if Gary has been telling Ray, please don't keep selling machine only, please look for builders. And when Ray goes 6A very fast and his whole group did 22 units in the month Ray go 6A, Gary will be paid $650 per month for the next 6 months. Okay? Let me tell you the story. Okay, look at the chart, the full chart. Okay, the full chart is now. I was my upline's first 6A line for his second account. Let me tell you what he earned. I went 6A with 53 units. 53 units is here. Number 10, line number 10. He was paid $1,040 extra because he kept telling me about the business times 6. So here this chart, again, the owner is rewarding the upline for teaching the downline. Hey, Ray, don't keep selling machine. Look for builders. Hint number 5. So reasons like that is just, it's not just a technical number. There are reasons. Always ask why the owner came out with this. Okay. Next, as Gary says and Ray Tokmo said, title bonus. When a person becomes a 6A, he will get $3,000. Conditions apply. Okay. 6A2, 6K. 6A22, 12K, and so on. Let me show you some pictures here. Hold on. Title bonus. Okay. I'm waiting for it to appear. How come it's not appearing? There it is. Title bonus. Okay, one of my downlines. So young, receiving 12,000 here. Then this one is Gary's downline, 12,000 there. And then one more from Kuching, 12,000. Everyone holding check. 12,000. Then May receiving 12,000. Ben receiving 12,000. 12,000. 12,000. Now who wants extra 12,000 US dollars? Ayo, so few people lah. Next time give me. Okay. 12,000. 12,000. So many. Okay, but what's more important? Look, I receive 100,000, but this is not as important, not as exciting. I see your hold on. When my downlines receive 50,000, I'm more excited than me receiving 100,000. Who wants to receive 50,000? Here, Gary has received 50. Here, Gary has received 100 also. Now, title bonus. Yeah. Okay, so having some fun, yeah? So that's, guys, what are the conditions that apply? Let's talk about the most basic. How does one earn the 3,000 US dollars? And listen to the hint of the owner. We need to be doing 10 group sales within the 8 point. In the month, we go 6A and we earn extra $3,000. Now, if you are a seller, you know how to sell only. You look for sick people only. Guess what will happen? You will find it very hard to do 10 group sales because the group consists of you only. But if this downline is bringing 7 sales and that downline bringing 15 sales, this downline bringing 3 sales, you end up doing 20 something group sales. In the month, you go 6A. I did 53 group sales in the month I went 6A because I only look for sellers. I don't look so much for people that are sick. Look for people that are very sick in the bank account and the wallet. I tell my friends who are very into medical, I said, you know, in this dictionary of mine, there is this new two sicknesses in this new category of sicknesses called sick in the bank account and sick in the wallet. Look for those people. Heal them. Yeah, wallet cancer. Okay, in the words of Gary Gunn, no money, no problem. No hunger, big problem. Okay, don't think I'm not learning from you, Gary. So much to learn. Hey, you guys are so blessed to have Gary as your upline. Fantastic upline. Yeah, I'm very blessed to have him as my friend. Okay, but anyway, before his head grow too big, we better continue. But seriously, guys, you only need 2 lines that move. Only 2. Please don't work so hard. Work smarter. Only 2. Okay, I like to talk about someone. There's this gentleman. He was stricken with stroke. And he's quite skinny. So when he cannot walk properly, skinny looks even weaker. First person that approached him from Kangen, product, can be healthier. He rejected. Second, a person that approached him, product, you can become healthier. He rejected. The third person, seeing him with stroke, walking very weak. Hey, you interested to earn money or not? He accepted. And today, I think he's doing about 300 units a month. Guess what was in his brain? Now I like that. How am I going to earn money? So, what is the lesson here? The first 2 missed out on him. But anyway, even if I'm the one approaching him with business and he's not interested, guess what is the next thing I'll be doing? I say, Mr. Chow, since you say you're not interested in the business, then can I ask you whether would you be adverse to perhaps feeling better and recover better? Look, I will still talk about the product, but that will come later. When a person is not interested in the business, then I will talk about the product. Very important. But that's another lesson. Gary and Jeffrey, if you all want, if there's time at the end, I talk about the 5 core needs, blah, 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 and all that. You all remind me if there's a need, okay? But I want to focus on the task, the main purpose here. So hint, the 8-point, they're already at the 8-point compensation plan, but Mr. Oshiro hinted 3 things there. Number 4 is the hint in group unit bonus. Number 5 is the hint in step-up bonus. Number 6, title bonus. What is the owner trying to hint there? To find 10 within the 8-point should be easy. It should be by the way. If you are so he is rewarding people 3,000, 6,000, whatever, and so on, to those that have a team. If you are a salesperson, hard to hit 10. Look, if your team is doing 20 and you earn the 3,000 US dollars, do you realize you don't need the 3,000? The 20 will pay you average 1,500 Sing times 20. That's 30,000 Singapore dollars, you know. You already earn a lot, no? But why is the owner paying extra? Only for those, you see, if you want to help people, help with more than health, help with wealth as well. Offer more. Don't be so selfish. People who only offer one health are selfish because they got more health to offer, don't want to offer for fear of being misunderstood. Fear of being misunderstood is costing you a lot of money. Okay, next. Can I have a show of in a chat group? I know it's a bit technical and all that. In a chat group, if you are getting clarity and value, type 5, please. Excellent, excellent. Thank you. Okay, so Kangen business is not salesmanship. Listen, I am not a Kangen salesperson. I am a businessman. That is the difference between many others. In my home country, you know what is the biggest difficulty in my business? The people that kept selling until they ran out of contact say cannot do Kangen. And they are the ones telling others who are just about to come in cannot do. And yet I'm growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And you know, when a person tell person A and A, B and A, B, C cannot do, and the A, B and C believe cannot do, guess what? They are right. They are right. I believe can do. I'm also right. Yeah, the best product in the world. Look, the only water that has therapy. Is that true? I mean, who do you know take enough Kangen water got no difference one? None. It's the only product in the whole world that can have that boast. Cannot make millions unless, look, if you are not earning the millions, it is of 3 reasons only. Number 1, you are operating it wrongly. Number 2, you are damn lazy. Number 3 is a combination of these two. Because Kangen water, if taken correctly, everybody, however fit, will feel a difference. Is that true? Those who's been in a business long enough and agree, type number 7, please. As for you who are not so long in the business, look at the people typing number 7. Now, no product in the world is like that. Now, if the compensation plan is an awful and lousy compensation plan, but just based on the water alone, you should be a millionaire. But the crazy thing is the bonus is fantastic bonus, but no clarity. Sell machine, salesman. No, be a businessman, okay? So the owner is hinting a lot, okay? Now, I'd like to show some more pictures, huh? Later. You know, I got so many 6A2 bonus pictures. I don't want to update it. You know, testimonials of this skin problem, this testimonial of people texting to say blood pressure drop. Too many to collect, Eddie. Too many. It's just crazy. Remember the initial days, Gary? You asked me, Bernard, how come this machine's so good and yet only so few sales? I said, frankly, Gary, I don't know. Just grab the money. Yeah, I mean, okay, here's another hint. Shh, don't tell people. Only 1.35 million units in the world done. 47-year-old company. 1.35 million. Hello. If not now, then when? Money is on the table. So what's the main challenge in Kangen? It is so good that I implore you, don't tell the truth about Kangen. Detune the truth. If you tell how good the water is, people won't believe you. Look, some of you didn't come in initially, right? Because too hard to believe, right? Am I right to say that? So please lie about Kangen. Detune. Yeah, it's quite good. Some diabetic may be helped. Yeah, quite a few has been helped. Yeah. Use words that is softer. Don't tell the truth. So only in Kangen, we don't tell the truth morally. Yeah, okay. But you know what I mean, huh? My mentor said, don't lie because the truth is good enough. But in this case, moral lying, thank you, Gary. Any comments from you, Gary? You have to unmute, Gary. You have to unmute. Oh, you have to unmute, Gary.
Can I quickly add something, Bernard?
Sure.
Guys, I'm very sure you all are getting a lot of value here from Bernard. I just want to add a very quick thing, and the irony of the people doing Kangen, and I hope you don't fall into this category. So lately, one of my leader told me, okay, one of my leader, I don't want to mention any names. Okay, one of my leader told me, a very key leader of mine, he told me that there is one of our distributor from another country, is not in my country or in his country, is in another country, but one of our distributor, okay, that's the only thing I'll tell you is a she, okay? She went from Kangen. In Kangen, all she does is trying to sell machine, like what Bernard said. Every day trying to do demos, so difficult, trying to bring water to people, trying to become a Dr. Kangen. And then so tired. And probably she became, I think something like, I think 4A, 5A, probably a 5A. Yeah. And then now she went to do another business, Forex trading. I don't know. I don't want to comment about this, but the funny thing is that company is promoting making money. So when she went there, she started talking about money. In Kangen, we have been telling her, I've been telling her so many times, I said, just talk 10% of the product and talk 90% how you can make money. No. Now she is in Forex talking about how to make money. And the best part is when in Kangen, only want to do demo, they're not even talk to people. Now can do video, can do production video about her life journey, about how she grew from nothing to something. That is the big difference, guys. I want you all to understand this. When people focus on making money, it's nothing wrong in making money. But when they focus on something bigger than just selling a water machine, they will go and do things that is very much different. Okay, so I want to again verify what Bernard is saying, that the heartbeat of this company is actually talking about building the network, building the business, and finding business builders. I hope that add a little bit of value in that sharing, Bernard.
Very much so. Please cut in anytime, Gary and Jeffrey. Now, you see, a lot of people don't want to share about the business for fear of being misunderstood. Yeah? Are you cheating anybody if you share about the business? You know, my pastor used to say, people like to buy things to impress people who don't even care about you. Why are people's opinions so important? So go and tell about the business. Okay, listen. I would rather you risk losing some customer sales while enhancing the chance that every one of your prospects see the potential of the business. Then you get 1 or 2 extra sales, but you lessen the chance of your prospects seeing the potential of the business. Of course, we try not to lose the customer sales. Understand what I'm saying? Okay, for those that read the Bible, there's something called Canaan. It's called the Promised Land. The Promised Land is a land flowing with milk and honey. How to flow when you're making, what is flow when you are just making money? So I've always believed in flowing money. Okay, so earlier, it is better that you make $400 of passive income. You create $400 of passive income per month than to earn $2,000-3,000 one time. And passive income comes only when you are able to sell the career well. Okay. Now, another difference. If I look for sick people, I'm asking them, Mason, come spend extra money here. But if I'm looking for builders, I'm saying, Mason, come, let's make money together. Can you see a difference? Huge difference. Sellers, people who are looking for sick people during downtime, like now, MCO in Malaysia is called MCO, in Singapore it's called CB, blah, 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 and all that during the COVID. If you're looking for customers, it will get tougher and tougher because people tighten belt. But if you are looking for people who are looking for second income, suddenly this situation is a lot easier. The company had 7,000 6As before COVID. Since COVID started, the company added 4,000 6As. Hello. What do you want to sell? The career? Okay, so one more thing. I rather you, okay, there are two types of McDonald's businessman. One is a McDonald's restaurateur selling hamburger. Another one is a McDonald's corporation selling McDonald's business systems. You choose which one you want. Actually, I'll take two, but it's kind of obvious which one I'll focus. Okay. Thanks for that info, Gary. Let me go on to the next part. Okay, get ready, everyone. It's going to get complicating. Okay, let's talk about 6A2 and 6A22. What is that? That is where real money comes. Okay. What is 6A2? How does one become 6A2? Okay, I like some participations here, okay? These are 6A2. All 5 examples are 6A2. If you notice, even this one, a person that is your direct that doesn't become a 6A, as long as that line is a 6A, you are a 6. It is a 6A line for you. Very important. So this encourages you to support down a lot more. Okay. These are not 6A2. You are number 6 here. You are not a 6A2. You have only one 6A line. This person has 2 6A lines, then this person becomes a 6A2. This is not a 6A2. This is not a 6A2. This person is a 6A2. Okay? Now, 6A2, that person will earn $6,000 under certain conditions. You would earn the 3,000 only. Yeah? So this is a 6A2, ladies and gentlemen. 6A2. How do you become a 6A2-2 when you have 2 lines of 6A2? How do you become a 6A2-3? By the way, if this is Jeffrey Leong, then Jeffrey would earn $12,000. How do you become a 6A2-3 where your title bonus will be $25,000? Oh, by the way, I'm very pleased to mention that it took me slightly under 2 years to become a 6A2-3. I was the 23rd 6A2-3 in the world. Yeah, and at that time, I think that was the fastest. Now, when you have 2 6A2-2 lines, you become a 6A2-3. So you will earn 25,000 title bonus. This one will earn 12,000. This one will earn 12,000. These here will earn 6,000. And these here under the same those conditions will earn 3,000. The company pays out a lot of money. Oh, by the way, the company here under certain conditions will pay you a salary. Yeah. So far my experience is about every month at this rank, the company pays me 5,000 Singapore dollars fixed pay. Okay, then this is a 6A5. And this 12 6A lines will make you 6A12, of which 2 of them are 6A2. Then there's a -2. Okay, these are just the definitions. I'm going to pass through the test. Okay. Okay. As Jeffrey Leong earlier mentioned, please take note of these numbers. Okay, and then you do a mental calculation. What what it is in your local market. Anyone from Norway here? No one Norway attending today.
No, Bernard.
Okay,
I don't believe any Norwegians are here.
okay. Now I am going to explain this slowly. Okay, so it is going to be a bit dry. Okay, as a 6A2, you will earn $25 Singapore dollars per unit. The condition is you need to be earning your team needs to do 1 unit within the 8 point. Not a direct sale. Your team needs to do 1 unit within the 8 point. That is a huge problem if you don't have builders. If you have builders, you don't even have to look at this condition. Agree, Gary and Jeffrey, if you have builders, this 1 unit is not a problem, right? Again, this condition is not a problem for people who are looking for builders. Okay, open sales, I will come to that later. Remember, there's $50 and $87. Okay, so just forget about this 6A22, $28. In fact, I will share screen here. Hang on. Hey, hold on. I'm trying to share screen with. I'm waiting for my iPad to come up. I don't know why it's taking so long. Okay, now 6A2. Who can I use as an example? I will again appoint Gary. You are the new 6A2. Jeffrey Leong will be the calculator. Okay. Now, if Gary has been listening to his upline called Bernard Chan, in terms of be proficient to look for builders, they have more leverage. And let's say by the time he hits 6A2, his team is doing 30 units a month. Okay, of which 20 are within the 8 point. Okay, monthly is Singapore dollars $25 per unit. Quarterly is $18 per unit. And then the company pays a fixed salary of 1,250. Condition is to do 1 unit within 8 points. Oh, shoot. 8 points. Okay. Now, so let's say, Gary, you qualify June as a 6A2. Your team is doing 30 units per month. Sorry, I take away this line. Per month. Of which 20 is within the 8 point. So Gary, now you just earn 6K USD for title bonus. And now from July onwards, you will start enjoying this bonus. Okay, which is July, August, September. Now, Gary, let's say your 2 6A lines that make you 6A2 will be Mason and Jeffrey Leong. Okay, Mason and Jeffrey Leong. Now, what you do is with 20 units within the 8 point, Jeffrey, on average, each unit, Gary gets about 1,500. So that is how much? $30,000, is it? Is
yes,
that
Bernard.
Okay. So Gary, would you say that 30,000, if you can unmute yourself, so both of you if you can unmute for immediacy. Gary, would you say 30,000 Sing is quite good money?
Yeah, very good.
Okay. Now, here is the extra. The 30 units you earn extra, never before until you become 6A2. Okay. 30 units, up to 8 generations of 6A. I'm not going to go how deep that is. Okay. Very, very deep. Okay, 30 units multiply. Jeffrey, can you take 30 multiply by $25 per unit? I think it's $750.
750.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you agree if Gary is earning $30,000 from the 8 point and suddenly he gets some extra bonus called $750 monthly bonus? It's actually quite small. Agree? Yeah. Gary, would you welcome the extra money?
Why not?
Yeah. And you say, Yeah, wow, quite cute money, quite cute money. Then, if you are smart, you go and tell Jeffrey and Mason and your your main downlines. Hey, I didn't know 682. Now I earn extra cute money, $750. Come, let's go and makan. Let's go and have a meal. Okay. So let's say the 2nd August, you are doing the same. No difference. Every month is the same. You earn extra 750. September, you earn 750. All these are extra. All this while you're earning 30,000 in the 8 point. Plus, if every month is 30 units within the 8 point, the quarter means 30 units, 30 units, 30 units is 90 units per quarter. 90, Jeffrey, multiply by $18. Quarterly is $18 per unit.
1,620.
1,620 plus a fixed pay of 1,250. Can you please let us know how much is this total? I think it's 3,620. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
Oh, not bad,
No.
Now, so at this point, Gary, if I were you, you tell your 2 main downlines, Jeffrey, Mason, quarterly is 3,620. Now, it is beginning to be a fair ratio compared to your 30,000 every month you're getting from your 8 point. Okay. Then, now, Jeffrey and Mason are excited by the $750. Even more excited now that they know there's a quarterly bonus. October, November, December. But at this point, no more 30 units. Maybe 75 units per month in the whole team, of which still 20 units within the 8 point. So you're still getting 30K here, average. So now every month is 75 units. So 75 multiplied by $25 per unit. How much is that, Jeffrey?
1,875.
Oh, it's getting quite good, huh? So every month, assuming it's the same number, 75 units. It's impossible to be the same, but hypothetically. Okay, now listen. If 1 month is 75, the whole quarter is 225. Jeffrey, can you take 225 multiply by 18?
$4,050.
Plus a fix of here 1,250. So could you help us with this figure, please?
7,175.
Now, guess what has happened? Something changed here. This time, Mason and Jeffrey, Gary don't have to tell them how much. They are asking Gary, hey, tell me your quarterly how much. Because they understand the future is to go to 682 with many builders. Okay, now let's say the next quarter, they are so excited. They see the big vision. Jeffrey and Mason qualify 682. Each of them will earn 6,000 US dollars title bonus. What does it make Gary Gunn? 682-2. Gary will earn 12,000. Now 12K USD is a one-time bonus. And then next, because Jeffrey and Mason and the rest of the team get excited, the number shoot up to 200 units per month. Per month, okay? January, February, March. Every month is 200. Okay, at this time, monthly is no more $25. Monthly is $28. Quarterly is still $18. But the fix is no more 1,250. The fix is 2,500. Okay. And the condition to earn this money is to do 2 within the 8 point, not direct sales, as long as the team is bringing 2 sales. Now, Jeffrey, January, is it January? Yeah, January with 200 units, Gary earns 200 units multiplied by $28. How much is that? 5,006, is it? 5,006, right?
Yes, correct.
Now, at this point, something new has happened. Gary will be asked by Jeffrey and Mason, how much is your monthly bonus as a 6A2-2? 5,006. Gary is still earning 25,000, 30,000 in the 8 point. But listen, this time, because Mason and Jeffrey are doing a new 6A2, Mason, Jeffrey, can you please tell me how much are you earning in your first month as a 6A2? Because my first month I earned 750. Then Jeffrey and Mason will say I earn about 800, 700 and all that. Now Gary is asking them because now they are in the same position as him from 6 months ago. Now, with 200 units a month means 600 units per quarter. 600 units multiplied by $18.
10,800.
Oh. Plus the fix of 2,005 equals
18,900.
Now, let's say at this point, the whole team get excited. Okay, and a new person, Ray Tokmo, gets promoted to 6A, and Ray is a direct under Gary's team. So now Gary becomes a 6A3-2. So instead of the fix of this, the fix becomes 2500 plus every extra number here is 625. So how much is that? 3150. No. What how much is this?
4,375.
Cannot be here. This one plus this one.
Oh, okay. $3,125.
Oh, and 25, 3125. Okay. So now this is the new fix, okay? Now March. And then now the number instead of 200, because what Jeffrey and Mason will be doing what Gary used to do 6 months ago. Jeffrey and Mason every month will tell their 6A, hey, this month our extra bonus is $800. Wow, hey, this quarter our extra bonus is so much. Do you think their 6A will get excited? So the numbers, instead of 200, go up to 300 units a month. Now at this time, Gary's 8-point commission is dropping from 30,000 dropping down to 18,000. Why? He is doing less direct sale and finding new team. Why? He is being the leader to cast vision that the long-term main money is in the passive income here. Okay, but at 300, March, April, May, June. So every month is 300 units. 300, Jeffrey, multiply by $28.
8,400.
Not per month, but that month, okay? So 8,400. 8,400 plus the whole quarter is 900 units multiplied by $18.
16,200.
Plus the fix now is because Ray Tokmo has been promoted to 6A, 3125. So total
27,725.
That means this quarter, Gary would earn 40 something thousand dollars of passive income. Why is it passive? If his people has been built on selling the business more than the product, this should theoretically continue to come in. And if he has done it well, it will continue to grow without him. Now, this is where the main money is. Within 2 years, I was doing 400 units a month as a 6A22. So I'm just giving you up to 300 units a month only. Okay, at this time, I like to stop and ask any questions, any comments. Jeffrey, you want to facilitate that, Jeffrey?
Yes, I'm looking through the chat box, Bernard.
Okay.
Guys, any question that you have, or are you all excited with the numbers and the money that we are showing you? Any question you have, just type it on the chat box. I will direct it to Bernard. So far, Bernard, there's no question on the chat box.
Okay, so can I assume that much of it is going over your head? Oh, mind blown. Okay, so don't sell machines, because sell machines is small money, because it's one time only. Sell the career, if done correctly, is many times. Okay, here's the secret to the business. There are many angles to that. Okay, some of you have heard me mentioning this. An amazing product, the machine, is like a very healthy white mouse. You know, you go to pet shop, you see the white mice, a very healthy one, very healthy. It's Energic machine likened as very healthy white mouse, very healthy, right? Number two, the compensation plan you're beginning to see is very healthy. It is a very healthy female white mouse. Okay, nature, when you put both of them together, what will happen? Yes, babies will come. Nature dictates that. Agree? But you know what most people are doing? They keep the female and male mouse separated. Where got baby? But when the babies come, the babies continue to create some more babies. Somehow they will know how to create one. Don't need papa, mama teach one. This is called nature. Question, are you putting both of them together? Both are very healthy, you know. Are you knowing how to put together? You put together, somehow things will happen. One. I tell you, the leaders in Kangen, in the MLM industry, are the worst top earners in the world. We in Kangen don't need to be very good to earn a lot of money. $1 million earner in Kangen, nowhere near $1 million earner in X brand. So and so supplement, they really have to be good. Yeah, really, I'm not kidding. When I look at the top leaders, I am blessed to be amongst them. Actually, we are not that good. We only have one main skill. We are able to put these two together. Kangen has done the rest for us, you know. We only have to do that, you know. Okay, I implore you to marry it with one more skill. It's not even a skill, value. Our product is not like Heng and David's background, the machines. That's not our real product. Our real product are the lives of people you can touch with the water and the business plan. That is our real product. If you know how to marry, put together both the white mice together with the value seeing people's lives being touched, you got a winner. Okay, I just want to welcome our new 6A23 who just came into the meeting. My dear friend Bayani. Yeah, new 6A2-3. Okay, so let me see. Anything else you want me to share? I have some more things, but Gary, anything you want me to add at this time? I can't hear you, Gary.
I think Mason has a question.
Unmute or text, whatever.
Mason asks, how do you sell the business?
Good question. So Gary, I'm coming in now with that. Okay, good question, Mason. It's as simple as, Mason, would you be interested in making extra money? No sales pitch. It's just a very conversation. That's what I asked Sam. Hey, Sam, interested to earn extra money? No? That's it. No special pitch. I spoke from my heart. Does it answer your question, Mason? Or hey, you want to create an extra income? No? You want to, for example, sometimes I like to ask, hey, so and so, Ray or David, what do you work as? So the wow, must be really exciting. There's an 80% chance that person will say, okay lah, wow, terrible lah. Now with the COVID, my work don't know whether stable or not. Blah blah blah. There's a huge chance people are saying that. Agree? If they say that, aren't they opening the door for you to introduce? Hey, Mason, I may have something for you. It may not be suitable for you. It may be. Would you be open to hearing? Yeah, then the rest, blah, blah, blah. That's a second. After that, what happens is another training altogether. It's very non-salesy. That's my style. Okay. Because I'm more interested in the well-being of the people, not myself. So it's very natural. I don't have sales skill. I speak from my heart. And so I entered elevator in Malaysia 11.5 years ago, say hello to Sam Sia, Wisma ENC. Okay, actually, one of these days, when the lockdown is over, I want to go over there and reenact that and video that.
That'll be a good one, Bernard.
Yeah, and it wasn't because of agenda. I had not even signed up my Kangen machine yet. I'm just interested in people's lives. Then when Kangen started, 4 months after I owned the machine, I decided to do the business. I called Sam and said, Sam, you interested to make extra money? You interested in the business or something like that? No special pitch. I'm sorry, if you're looking for a special pitch, I'm the wrong person. The special pitch is basically speak from your heart. Let your heart rule when your product is the lives of people you can touch. Okay. But do recognize, don't be discouraged. It's a numbers game, because most people cannot believe that the product is that good, the business is that good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I hope I've answered that, but which leads me to the next part. Okay. Why do I lead by business 99% of the time? Very simple. Apart from places that are war-torn countries, where they are more interested to avoid bullets and machete and all that, okay? Apart from that, most places, it's the same. 5 core needs in the world. Concern about healthcare, health, especially COVID now. Concern about the cost to healthcare, the cost to health. Concerns about retirement, financially speaking. Concerns about children's education's costs and day-to-day living costs. Anything else you can think of generally fall under these 5. If you all agree with me, put a number 1, please. I see Heng is the first one to put 1 from a financial planning background. That validates. I mean, now, thank you for the participation. But ladies and gentlemen, look, if 4 out of the 5 core concerns out there are money related, why do we want to go with that approach with that 1 first? Why? It just doesn't make sense. Why? Which is the most difficult path to build this business? Okay, I go the most difficult path. It just doesn't make sense to go the narrow path. I cannot understand why. Number 1. Number 2, if I approach Mason, would you be interested to make extra money? No, I'm not. Because at this time, I'm very busy in my family business and we are doing quite well. I say, Mason, I'm so happy for you. Maybe you can share with me some secrets in future. But meanwhile, since you work so hard, would you be interested to enhance the health of your family and the energy and all that? Can you see when a person is not interested in the money part, it's very natural for me to go down to the product part. So I still talk about the product. But if I say, Mason, you interested about health and and all that, antioxidant, no, I'm not interested. I'm fated to die, so die, you know. Then Mason, would you be interested to earn extra money of this product you're already not interested in? I'm just being a bit ridiculous there. So when you marry these 2 points together, number one, 4 out of 5 core needs are money related. Why do we go and approach mainly product first? Number one. Number two, if we lead by business, we get rejected, we still can talk about product very smooth. We will still talk about product in the end. Okay, a little hint here. When you talk about the business presentation, you will have to talk about product. And if you do go a bit technical or the 3 properties and all that, listen, this is what I do. When you are talking about the ORP, and I stop there, in comparison to the rest, any chance to lead to the business, please do so. So David, looking at this, Kangen seems to be, Kangen compared to what you have seen is the only one that has negative ORP. Do you think you can make a business out of this this property alone, David? Do you see where I'm leading his mindset? Then come, let's talk about the second property. Now, David, forget about the first property. Just let it sit on the shelf. Then after that, the pH test, and all that, whether you physically do it or play video. Now, David, wasn't it impressive when he poured the diluted, he poured the 7-Up into and all that? Now, David, tell me, just on this property alone, do you think you can make a business out of this? See where I'm driving that? Then, okay, David, never mind. Forget about this second property. Now let's talk about the third property. Then the green tea test. Wow. Imagine, can you make a business out of this property alone? Then later, the 11.5, the cherry tomatoes. David, can you imagine? What kind of business can you do out of this one property alone? Now, imagine this with me. You combine all 4 together, it's not 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 equals to 4. It is exponential. You tell me what is the business potential. Then I'll pause for a while. So any chance that I talk about product, I'll lead to the business. Got me? That is the skill you have to develop. Yeah. Okay. Are you getting value? Getting value, type 7, please. Thank you. So be proficient. Learn the skills to expose the business. Okay, I teach you guys one more. Okay, one more. I wouldn't want to use the word teach. I will share with you what I do sometimes. Let's say Gary is not interested in the business. So I gravitate down towards, hey, feeling 10 years younger, blah, 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 and all that. Okay, probably you guys know how to talk about the product better than me. Okay, so Gary, after looking at the product, is interested. Okay, he's not interested in the business. Or example, Mason, earlier the example. Okay, now, then after Mason enjoys the product and he says, good product. I said, Mason, I know you say you're not interested in the business, but can I have your permission to share the shortened version of this? Not more than 5 minutes, just in case you know of people who may need a second career. You can help them. Is that all right, Mason? When I say you can help them, he almost cannot say no already. Yeah, for the sake of them, he has to say yes. So I say, Mason, you know this machine you just paid 6,250 Singapore dollars plus the 7%. Now, the 7%, no choice, huh? We all have to pay taxes. Now, if you recommend a person to buy from the company with no quota time frame, no quota, see, people have this mindset that is a quota sometimes. Okay, and the first sale, you get 6.8%, you know, of the price of the machine, which is 430 Singapore dollars. Now, without quota, 5 months later, you recommend a second purchase. It's another 6.8%, another $430. Now, maybe 7 months later, you recommend the third one. The third one is double, no. Notice I stress the double. It is more than 13.5%, which is $860. That makes a lot of difference for some people, no? And then it keeps going up to higher and higher and higher. But as I promised you, not more than 5 minutes. Just know that there is a potential pathway, a career pathway. That's all. What am I doing? I'm actually prospecting, Mason. Understand what I'm saying? So learn skills how to add in the business, but respectfully. Ask permission. Something I learned from Sam, the term ask permission. Okay, Louis looks like taking a lot of notes. If you are, it's very heartwarming. Okay, yeah. You see, we must be respectful. We are not. I don't like this term trying to convince people. I'm not. I'm looking for people who are looking for me. Okay, I do work on convincing at least to have that hearing ear until I present. Okay. Gary, Jeffrey, any other questions? Any other points you all want to add?
Bernard, we actually have one question from Heng Inagic from Cambodia. A new distributor asking how to pitch the opportunity when you cannot show the great income in your account yet.
Oh, no problem. I had a problem beginning, all of us. Then I quote other people's one, my upline. But fortunately for me, mine came very fast, you know. My first month was 30,000 Singapore US dollars. Yeah, so I had mine within the first month. Okay, but I quoted my upline's third month. On his third month, he earned 320,000 Hong Kong dollars in a country where the average income is 350 US dollars. Mauritius. So not my upline, my introducer, he left the business. Yeah, but my point is, to be earning 320,000 Hong Kong in the third month, I think it's very respectable. So, Heng, I will quote other people. You can quote mine. Okay, but yeah, you can quote Gary's. You can quote your uplines, your downlines can quote yours. You know, I'm sure yours is very respectable. Yeah, so always quote other people. You need not be your uplines only. You can quote other people. Gary, perhaps you can send to Heng. You know, that time we had these slides, Romy earned how much by when and all that, remember? Yeah. Those were the slides, you know.
The early day slides.
yeah. Actually, I'm still using the same PowerPoint, except I took out some slides, you know. Yeah. I'm still using the same PowerPoint. If this days it works, it is working today, you know. Yeah. So I hope I've answered Heng's question. Any other questions? Anyone? How to
from Mason, many prospects always say the machine is expensive, not easy to sell. How to overcome this type of objection?
Oh, if you are the one that says that, and I said, Mason, that's a very good question. Sounds like you're interested and you're open to the business. Okay, and I said, any other concerns apart from this one? Let's say your answer is no. Then I say, for me, I said, well, high cost doesn't mean it's expensive, no, Mason. You tell me which water machine does what you just saw. The truth of the matter is, countries, the average income not so high, does more sales than rich countries. Yeah. How come people can afford? They see the value. The value of the machine is the most important. Yeah. So and so will you want to come and explore the value with me? Okay, so then if they say yeah, I say, if this is your only core concern, come and see the value. Then I'll get them to attend meetings, you know, meetings that Gary does or whoever. It can be even Daniel Dimakali has one once a month and all that. It's all over the internet today. Then I said, Mason, my question is, are you wanting to come and follow me to explore the value based on what I'm saying? Troublesome lah, too long. Then I said, Mason, in the first place, you're not looking for second income, which is okay. Yeah, but tell you what. Would you mind in 1 year's time I check with you again? So I will give a hint that, hey, it's okay. I will stop following up with you, but I'll check with you in 1 year's time. Yeah. Thanks, Rex, for the value add. Any other questions?
There's no question more on the floor, Bernard.
Okay, which brings me to my next point, but I have to do something very important. I have to take a Kangen break. So please excuse me while Jeffrey will offer to dance.
All right, guys, how do you feel the session? Amazing, right? Since Bernard is away, anything you want to add on, Gary?
Well, I just want to say, especially for the people who are watching this webinar, for those of y'all who have experience doing network marketing, you will realize that, of course, this is nothing that we can do, but maybe the way I look at it is maybe the fact that the Enagic machine or the Kangen machine, the Kangen water is so good that people tend to gravitate to the machine. As Bernard and me keep emphasizing on this point over again, nothing wrong with the water, but the key idea is for you to talk about the business. So what I really noticed is I've noticed, I think Mason is still around here. I'm very sure Mason will agree with me. There's another company that Mason was talking about the other day in the Chinese group, that the product is nothing special. It looks like a Tupperware from China. But the fact that people are promoting it from the business point of view, so it becomes hot, it becomes exciting. And I'm not even talking of a physical product. Let's talk about money game companies. And everybody knows it's a scam. Everybody knows that the company may not last, but people are jumping in. Why? Because the people who are promoting the whole platform is talking about how much money you can make. So guys, what is so wrong in telling people how much we can make in Kangen? The point is that, of course, I'm not here saying that everybody we talk to will join you. That's not realistic. I've been talking to so many people, not everybody join me. I go for morning walk. Those of you who knows me, I say hello to literally everybody. Okay, not everybody joins me. So the point is, you must talk about the potential of the business. Share with them your objective. Okay, the point is your objective should be trying to get people to do the business, not buy the machine as per se. Yes, buying the machine is given, but doing the business is our major objective. Getting another Bernard Chan, another Sam Seah, another Jeffrey Leong on board to do the business. That's the whole key idea of what I believe Bernard is trying to tell us tonight. Okay, over to you, Bernard.
Thank you. Now, here's the sad fact, and I don't know whether Gary, if you can unmute, right, you respond accordingly.
Yeah.
Many of you guys have the Garys and the Sams and the Bernards and so on in your front line. No? It's just that your portrayal of the business, they couldn't see it, that's all. The perspective given in the way you conducted the business, they couldn't see it. Some of you already have the superstars in your direct, but they couldn't see it because of you giving the wrong portrayal of the business. Gary, any thoughts on that?
I mean, I fully agree on that. I've seen so many people whose downlines are using Kangen, but doing a money game company because the fact that the money game company is talking about money lah. I'm like, I don't understand. Then he said, no, cannot talk about money. Cannot talk about money. But money game company talks about money. Then they said, then the irony is, they say, oh, no. It's wrong to take people's money. Then the next thing you know, he invested $10,000 in a money game company. The point is this, everybody wants to make money. Hey guys, face the fact, everybody wants to make money. Why not we tell people Kangen is about making money? Who says Kangen is only about water? Kangen is about making money. Let's be clear about this. Kangen is about making money. What's wrong? What's wrong if Kangen is about making money? And who doesn't like money? Everybody likes money. Then just let's tell people how to make money in Kangen. That's it. The machine, how to drink. What's so good about the water? Drink. Drink. 10% will do. Drink the water. Like Bernard said, show the even pH that, okay, done. Let me show you. This is how much you're going to make. I mean, this may be a bit extreme, but again, do it your way. You may not be as extreme, but do it your way. The whole idea is you must make sure that you convey the objective. I'm looking for a partner, a business partner in this business. Yeah. I hope I add on that, Bernard.
Yes, you did. Thank you. So let's move on. Okay. Now, eventually, the 6A2 and 6A23 we come to a point, a blessed point where we don't get to earn 2, and 6A2 and 6A22 bonuses anymore. Why? Because we get promoted to 6A2-3. Okay, and here there are 6A, I think only 6A2-3 and above, right? Gary, yourself, myself, and Bayani, right? Anybody else? I can't hear you, Gary.
6823 and above, is it?
Yeah, I think only 3 of us right here.
I believe Luis is here, the Eagle. LL is Luis.
Oh, okay. Welcome. I didn't know. Okay. So, guys, 6A2-3 is when you have at least 2 lines that are 6A2-2. Need not be your direct line. Okay, can be 10 levels down is a 6A2-2. You become a -3. Okay, and I'm going to run through briefly. This is going to be a bit complicating. Catch the essence of it, okay? 6A2-3 and above bonuses are calculated this way. It is A plus B plus C plus D, which I will go through one by one briefly. Multiply. Hey, how come I lost that slide? Multiply by an incentive bonus. Multiply by incentive. Okay, so I will go through what is A first. A is, all this will be in US dollars, okay? A is, if you are a -3, where Bayani just qualified last month as a -3, I think, was it last month? Congratulations. Okay, there are only about 300 of us, okay? And before then, the company will plant on the golf course in Okinawa a tree in your name if you are -3 and above. Okay, I like to show you my pride and joy. My pride and joy in this area. Hold on. Okay. In the company's golf course, it's a 6A2-3, whereby the owner will himself, if he's in Okinawa, speak blessings daily to these that represent the foundation of the company. So these are my downlines here. Of course, this is like some time back. Okay, and then I have Sam, I have June, I have Nolly, then who's, oh, that's me. I wanted to say who is this. That's me. Yeah, that's me over there. Hey, handsome no? Hey, handsome type 7. Yeah. Okay. So that's me. That was shortly after I got promoted to -5 day. Yeah. Alfred Chan. Now, after I come to my point, okay, Saiful and Alice and Coco, my wife, I think her tree is the nicest. Maybe I'm biased. And so on and so on and so on. You see, okay, I'll come to my point later. Okay. Many, okay, I string down and okay, that's okay. Recently, Judy, when she bought a Lexus, she didn't show anybody. She waited until we had coffee together and she said, Bernard, I want to show you something. I want you to be the first person to see this. Why? you blessed me by introducing me the business. And I have to tell you today, years ago, my husband bought me a BMW. This time I bought a Lexus for my husband. You know, so the big blessing is this. The big blessing is, it started with one tree. In February 2013, I think, or March 2013, I qualified 6A2-3. One tree got planted. But you see, the tree continued to grow other trees. And today, many more, you know, and this is the blessing that we have to in my team today, you know, and Bayani, your name should be there already, okay, and you'll be really, really nice to see your name there. Just you feel very proud, you know. I used to think I wasn't interested in that, but there is a huge significance there. Okay, so back to this. As a -5, you get paid a fix of $5,000 US. Then -4, you can see the numbers there, okay? My rank is a -5, and my wife's rank is a -3. So there's a fix of 20,000 multiplied by the certain conditions. Now, that is not where the money is. Bayani, you hear where the secret of this, okay? Then plus B, 7B, this looks very small. Bayani, Gary, was Bayani's rank 6A2-3, is it?
2-3.
Okay, so Bayani, what that means for Gary and your upline who are -3 and above will mean, because you become 2-3 Bayani, Gary will be paid extra $300 because you're -3. And because it's a 2 there, $30 times 2. So Gary will be paid $360 every month more as fixed pay now. I also will get paid $360 more as fixed pay. So now if you are 6A5-3, then Gary will be paid $450 more per month. Why? 300 plus 5 multiplied by 30 is $150. So what does SAMHSA 6A7-5 mean to me? 7-5 to me, I get paid 2,004 because it's -6, sorry, 7-6. I get paid 2,004 US every month, and because his number is 7 times 6 is times 30 is 210. So every month I get paid $2,610 because Sam is a 6A7-6. What is the owner trying to say? Lift people up. Okay, so the more you lift people up, the more you get blessed financially. Okay, so that's B. A plus B plus C. Okay, what is this? The company, when I first joined the company was doing 4,000 plus units globally every month. Even after I became -3, it was 4,000 plus units. Just couldn't go past 5,000. In fact, when I first joined, Gary, when we first joined, was certain months 3,000 plus units only.
Yep.
Yeah. Then when I went -3, just couldn't go past 5,000. Okay, what does that mean? Jeffrey, I need your help, please.
All right.
Okay, let's say the whole world is doing 5,000 units, 4,800 units a month. Okay, 4,800 units multiplied by $18.
86,400.
And let's say the whole world has only 36 A2-3 in the world. Divide by 30.
Is 2,880.
Okay, so we will get a global bonus pool of 2,000 whatever. Okay, let's say I'm a -4. $14 multiplied by 4,800 units, global pool.
67,200.
And then maybe there are only 7-4. Divide by 7.
9,600.
9,000 plus. Understand what I'm saying? So usually this number drops because this number is a lot less to share with. Okay, what about today? Today, the company is doing 16,000 units a month. So 16 multiplied by 16 is this range here, 22, please.
352,000.
And then divide by estimate. I also don't know how many now. 150, 682-3.
2,346.
Oh, it happens to be similar as well. Sometimes 1,000, sometimes 3,000 and all that. So you thanks Jeffrey. So you guys understand A plus B plus C. So Bayani, if you are the only -3 in your team, your B will be 0. Okay? A plus B plus C. Don't be frightened by D, okay? This is your performance bonus in your team. How much your team is doing. You multiply by $7 per unit or $10 per unit. If you are -5, $4 per unit, blah, 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 and all that. You know, like now my team is doing $3,000 units a month. And so I get some money here. Okay, so A plus B plus C plus D multiply by this. Okay, multiply by this. Okay, I cannot understand. In the end, this 1,000 points is your percentage. So I don't understand why the company likes to do 1,000 points. Why don't they do 100 points? And then now here's 10, 10, 10. When I look at the currency, I understand why. Everything must blow into many numbers, then you divide. You know? Okay, so let's say Gary, let's say Bayani. Okay, let's say Bayani. Bayani, Jeffrey, you help me, okay? Will earn $5,000 plus, let's say down here is 0, plus, let's say down here he earns $2,000, so total 7,000. And let's say his team is doing 70 units a month. So he is 70 units a month, and he has no other -3. Then it will be $10 per unit. So 10 US times 70 is $700. So total is $7,700, right?
All right.
Okay. So guys, Bayani will earn A plus B plus C plus D multiply by this. Okay. What is this? Okay. It will be based on how many points. Okay. Now, the moment you become -3, you don't need to do one within the 8 point. And so on. Okay, you'll be weighted against this. So Bayani is 70 units. The company will measure him 70 units this month compared to the same month last year. If same month last year he did 35 units, then his sales is double. So it will be 200 units, 200 points here. Okay, Jeffrey, you help me get 200 points. Because his group is double compared to last year. Then, what about the 70 units compared to last month? Maybe last month also 70 units. So 70 divided by 70 is full 100%, 100 points. So 200 points, 100 points. How many 8-point count does Bayani have? Let's see the chart. Okay, if Bayani has 7 8-point sales, he will get 0 here. So 0 here. So 200, 100, 0. Direct sales, maybe Bayani, your 7 sales in the 8-point didn't come from you directly, from your downline. So your direct sales, you have 0. So down here you are 0. Okay, 0. So Jeffrey, 0 here. Okay. A group. Bayani is a 6A2-3. He is 70 units. 70 units is here. 70 units is here. 41 to 80. So Bayani, you qualify 40 points out of 100 points. So 40. So you are helping me take note, right? Jeffrey, thank you.
Yes, Bernard.
Okay, collection rate will be based on your country. How many percent of defaulters on the e-payment? Okay, in Singapore is almost 100%. In Malaysia should be very close to 100% because almost nobody has e-payment. Okay, so let's in Philippines, let's say after the debacle last time, let's say it's 90%. Okay, so 90 here. Okay, Jeffrey. No, Energic dedication carries 400 points weightage out of 1,000. Okay, so what is Energic dedication? Conditions: not involved in doing other MLM business. The company is giving you fixed pay. I think they can demand some conditions. Anyway, whether you like it or not, that is it. So whether we agree or not, instead of banging our head against the wall, working and obeying company policies. Example, the opposite of that is giving discount. Stealing downlines from your own downline. Whether involved in immoral activities, go for convention, go and sleep with other women from another downline that is married, go and sleep with other women. I don't want to judge that, but if that person is married, that is clearly wrong. Okay, activity supporting team business. Do you think I'm doing that now? Do you think Gary is doing that? I think so. So the moment you're doing this, it's almost a sure bet you get 400 points. Okay, so back to, yeah, Gary?
I just want to add one thing on this point. I mean, with all those so-called offenses people may potentially be doing, the company is still only going to take 40% away, Can you imagine the generosity of the company?
Yes.
I think other company, they will just sack you already. That's it. Correct?
Yes.
You look at it and think of it this way. Even with people making those offenses, the company is still only going to judge you by the 40%, So I think that also speaks a lot of compassion in the company.
Gary, thank you for bringing up that point, which brings me to one point I learned from Nolly. Guys, as a 6A, you can take consignment 3 units, right? In Philippines, at one time, you could take more than that. Sorry, but anyway, look, in traditional business, you have to pay huge amount of money to buy the stock first. Here, the owner is lending you the stocks, no? I mean, how ridiculous is that? Anyway, so back to this. It was 200 points, 100 points, 0, 0, 40, say 90 and 400 points. So total, how many points?
830.
Okay, let's round it up and let's call it 800 points. So Bayani, you have 800 points out of 1,000. Simple math, we'll call it 80%. 80% multiplied by A plus B plus C plus D, which is $7,700 US. Can you help me 0.8 times that, please?
$6,160.
Okay, guys, Bayani will earn 6,160. Yeah, that's what he will be earning for the month. Okay, so okay, generally I'm only going to talk about the 6A 2-3 and above Complan from a monthly bonus. I don't need to talk about a quarterly bonus. I mean, frankly, I don't even know what is a quarterly bonus. I just enjoy the money. Okay, yeah. So as company is always evolving, modifying little things here and there, always confirm the accuracy of this information with your local office. In other words, this slide is to cover my ass. Company always changing small little details without, yeah. So yeah, but okay, I forgot. Bayani, I tell you where is the main money. The main money is hidden in the small. Energic is always hiding the small money. Just like the main money, if you do your business well, is in the 6A2. This is the main money. The main money is here. Something that I thought my mentor, I was I was blessed to be able to teach my mentor Bob Gridelli that this is the main money. Today, this for me is more than A plus C plus D. Much more, this one, much more. Because I have many dash 3 and above. Yeah. Gary, you know how many generations of dash 3 I have? Make a guess.
20?
No. 7.
Oh, 7. Okay.
Maslina is my 7th.
Okay.
Mm.
Awesome.
So that's it. That's basically what I want to share. I have 1 or 2 things to finalize and all that. So Bayani, I hope I've given you some insights to the complaint, Bayani. Can anyone unmute him?
Thanks, Bernard.
Clarity, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So now, your main role is to raise numbers, and from numbers you will start having more and more dash 3s. Dash 3s doesn't come unless you have numbers. Yeah. Okay. So, Jeffrey, you want to see whether any questions before I go on to the I will wrap up.
There's no question on the floor, Bernard.
Okay. Then I like to do 1 or 2 things. I like to summarize now. Okay. I like to summarize with this. Now that we have extensively talked about the importance of knowing how to sell the business. That's why I was able to have 400 units a month within 1 year plus 2 years of the business. Less than 2 years, I was doing 400 units a month. Okay, there are keys to that. Okay, to do 400 units a month within 2 years, it cannot happen just by chance. Keys like all out massive action. You know, who are you associating with? I promise you, if you associate the people that say cannot be done, they are right. The irony is they are right, cannot be done. And you will also say cannot be done, and you are right. And however, if you're associating with people and say, gosh, this is a basement 2 opportunity, it's not even basement 1 yet, you are also right. Okay, and your action will move in accordance to your framing of your mindset. Okay, now listen to what I'm about to say, guys. To the Cambodian friends there, you are in the same position, similar position as what I went through with no office, what Gary went through with no office. Exciting. Please work as if you have no life. Be willing to take on what my mentor shared with me. I was willing to do what others were not willing, so that I can have tomorrow what others will never have. You have a virgin opportunity. Work your butts off, you know. Now, what about Norway? Norway is not here, but same thing. But don't sell machines only, okay? Be proficient to sell the career. Okay. As for those with office open, yes, it's not basement 2, but it's still basement 1 because only 1.35 million units done. Okay, only 11,006 A's. Okay, I think 2 years ago, I don't know, last 2019, I crossed 1,006 A's in my team. Okay, so I don't know how many now. Okay, so this is what I want to share. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to listen to this. Many of you have heard this. Okay, I started the business 16th of February, or some of you will call February 16, 2011. So it is now 10 years. And I used the product for 4 months before I tested and became sure that I wanted to do this business without destroying my name, you know, my reputation. I felt the product carried itself. I qualified 6A on the 29th of April 2011. So that's 79 days. 73 days, I think. And then I qualified 6A2 in July 2011. Okay, so when do I start enjoying my 6A2 bonuses? August 2011. This is when the real money started. Okay, my group was doing about 70, 80 units a month when I qualified to qualify to enjoy 6A2 bonuses. Okay, look, so from here, what happened is, yeah, I earned quite a lot of money in the 6A and all that, but that is not the long-term money. Yeah, you guys know why? Because your downlines eventually will have two accounts and they take 8 points, you got no more points to take and so on. Yeah. So, but the 6A2 bonuses is where the main money is. Let me show you where the main money is. Gary, you know this, huh? Now, you will always have a huge bunch of people that you know, that you will be knowing for the rest of your life. That is the broadest range of people that you will be exposed to. However, you will never be able to approach every single person. So the number of people you approach will be less. And those that you approach, not all will say yes to you. Okay, unfortunately, not, but some will respond to want to know a bit. And then some will go on to take the second appointment, third appointment, and eventually some will buy. So unfortunately, the number that buys compared to the number that you know, that you approach, will always be less. But here is the beautiful thing: if you build around the business, some will attempt to do the business, and then some will be your superstars. Your superstars will only be a few. Okay, because for whatever the reason, I don't want to because, okay, for now. Okay, and from the superstars, they will give you 6A2 bonuses. This was for me, August to December 2011. Okay, small money, a few thousand, whatever the thousand. But then because I continued to sell the business, and because my team members, the superstars, were able to put the male mouse and the female mouse together, this thing grew. By default, it grew. So 2012, it grew. 2013, it was maybe 30,000 units. 2013. Now, 30,000 units multiplied by $25 per unit and multiplied by $18 per unit. Monthly and quarterly bonus is $43. That my base income is beginning to grow. Now, listen, then because many of the team members within my main leaders were talking about the business, they were able to bring the male and female mouse together well. It grew. And then 2015, it grew. I have never seen a non-growth year. Never. Never, ladies and gentlemen. 16. 17. Bear with me. 18. So my team has been growing every year. Some years a bit less. 19. 20. 2, 1. So guys, this has been quite a few $1 million, okay? This has become my main money. But listen, Gary, can you unmute yourself? You started the business in March, I believe, or April, right?
April?
Mm. And can you remember, basically, we had no life for a good half a year. No off day, no nothing. And
Yeah.
we worked any conceivable moment because we were willing to do what others were not willing.
Yeah.
So that we can have today what others do not have. Agree? No life, right?
I
No
lost
balance,
my
right?
voice within 2 weeks.
Sorry.
I lost my voice within 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, those days were exciting.
Yeah,
Hard work.
exciting. Very exciting.
Okay, and then we have this now. But I worked so hard, guys. I worked so hard. I didn't take a day off for 2.5 years. I'm a Christian. And I tell my Christian friends, please, if you start this business seriously, during the first 90 days to 180 days, if you can, don't go to church. Work. I'm a professing Christian and I say that. But I had children to bring to church, so I had no choice. So guess what I did? I go to church with the purpose of sleeping in church so that I can work after church. Then my pastor asked me one day after 3 months, how come every week you sleep? Just the moment the service starts, you sleep. Pastor, I'm on something so exciting. I have to rest now so that I can go and work. What's that? Today is my 6A. Okay, but the point I'm saying is this. Do it in your own conviction, but work like there's no tomorrow. Okay, after my business took off and I was earning 50, 60, 70,000, people ask me, why am I working so hard still? I say my aeroplane has taken off, but my aeroplane hasn't hit cruising altitude. I will consider slowing down after it hits cruising altitude. I can't remember exactly when. In spite of working so hard, first 6 weeks sleeping 4 hours a day only, and the rest of the 6 months, I slept 4.5 to 5 hours a day. Every single conceivable moment, I'm thinking about work. In spite of working so hard, you know what's my biggest regret, ladies and gentlemen? My biggest regret is not working hard enough. Why? Listen to this and please don't make the same mistake. Because from here, instead of this angle, it could have been this angle. If I had done 1 to 2 more appointments a day, in spite of the very hard work, 1 or 2 more appointments a day could have meant this. Could have meant this. I got no more space. Could have meant another $2 million here that I didn't earn. I think I draw it here, sorry. If I had done this extra 1 appointment a day, 2 appointments a day, this today have been missed. But what's more regretful is this, all this didn't come, will never come. Although I'm thankful that this is fantastic. All this haven't been paid. Okay, all this haven't been paid. While I've been paid millions, ladies and gentlemen, that millions is only the installment to the full worth of my last 10 years' work. Why? Gary will not stop doing the work, so the numbers are still coming. You will not stop doing the work because you just attended today's meeting, you caught a bigger vision. Ray Tokmo will not stop doing the work. So the full worth of my income, my first 10 years has not been realized. Installment. Few $1 million is the installment because it's called passive income. So ladies and gentlemen, I succeed because I've taken more rejections than you. Operating with clarity in the business. It's important to have the clarity. Be willing to take rejections because it's not easy to find a Sam Seah, Gary Gunn, Bernard Chan. But when you do, it's one of the 2 that you need and you got it. When you have two, your next generation and your next generation potentially is provided for. Why want to compromise by making money? Create wealth, ladies and gentlemen. That is the difference. Now, how come most people cannot take rejections? I tell you why. Your belief of yourself is weak. I'm going to play a short video now. I'll explain. Initially, it looks like there's no relevance, but please watch it and you will understand why later.
What are you doing?
He sent me those first two pictures on with the knee braces, the back brace, the canes, 297 pounds, and his belly was out to here. And I was thinking, God, how am I gonna help that guy?
If I don't hold these up, they'll fall, and I'm not going to do that right now. But I'm really pleased with this, and I just want to share this with you. Thanks a lot. Here's where I'm at now. Just because I can't do it today doesn't mean I'm not gonna be able to do it someday.
Guys, he believed the doctors for 15 years. If you believe Kangen
Bert
can...
Kreischer, I want you to know that
Sorry
you
about this.
inspired me. I've just started.
Guys, if you believe that Kangen cannot, you are right. But people are succeeding in Kangen. The other thing is, if you believe that success is only for Gary Gunn, Bayani, you are right. But the point is, the heavens didn't create a loser in you. I, like DDP, believe in that guy. I'm here to tell you I believe in you. So choose who you want to believe and who you hang out with. You will end up in that direction. He believed wrongly for 15 years by the so-called experts. I'm here to tell you, success is your portion. If you believe, if you apply the correct principles. The complaint is ridiculous. The product is bordering on another. I mean, you guys know that. Work the business. I want to sell a dream to you guys. Two aspects of the dream. Number one, your decision made today. Imagine what will be the future of your family based on the decisions made today, 50 years down the road. Number two, what will be the will the children of your downlines be talking about you? Because you change the trajectory of their family history, the family future. Not just because it's a good product and a good business, but because you believed in them. Remember, I said earlier, your product is not a machine. Your product are the lives of people you can influence for the better. Who goes to the gym here? Okay, Gary, yeah? Rex and so on, right? Now, carrying 10 pounds, 20 pounds, whatever, it is good. But folks, the best exercise is not going to the gym to lift the weight. The best exercise is reaching down and lifting someone else up. I pray to God that you'll be able to lift them up higher than where you are. That will be the best. So I'm here to tell you, I believe in you guys. Why? When I discovered myself, I discovered you. I know the potential you have. You guys are playing small. Bayani, you will enjoy the greater bonus. But I will tell you, Bayani, the view is even better at a higher point. Yeah, come, let us all rise higher. So over to you, Gary and Jeffrey.